Nickeil longer than almost anybody on this team probably. What is it like to see him stepping up and thriving in the biggest moments of his career right now?
Man, I'm just proud of him, honestly. He's been through a lot in his early career, and he's been on a few teams now, and I was lucky enough to be teammates with him in Utah, and he's just grown every year. Just his ability to continue to work, continue not to let himself get too down, because there's been times where he doesn't play, not in the rotation, and now all of a sudden he comes to a different team. Still wasn't kind of in the rotation to begin with, and in and out, and gets his opportunity on the biggest stage, against one of the better teams in the league, and it really shows who he is, really shows his work ethic, his resiliency, and just really happy for him, and hopes that this is the beginning of something special for him.
Mike, you've played in elimination games before, and you'll have to play in another one, the rest of the way of this series as long as it continues. But in your opinion, where's the fine line between playing desperate but still maintaining poise in playing in elimination games? Yeah,
that's a good question. I think the desperation has to show on all the the 50-50 balls, the sprinting back on defense, and stopping a 2-on-1 break, like things like that have to be just completely just all out effort. But when it comes to the X's and O's and manipulating the game, you still have to be aware of situational basketball, what the time and score, who's on the floor, who do we try and attack, like all that stuff still has to be on your mind. But like I said, the effort things you can't teach, and that's where we have to be desperate at.
Mike, in Game 3, the Nuggets shot 16 of 19 in that 4 to 14 feet range, 84%. Tonight you held them to 9 of 26, 35%. Just what do you think is the biggest difference between, the way that you guys approached trying to take that part of their offensive attack away in Game 4 versus in the first few games of the series?
Well, I think, just being there for each other, I think a lot of the times we're just trying to let guys play one-on-one and, space out to our men. And today I think we did a much better job of, crowding areas, crowding Jokic in the paint, crowding Jamal, just making them make tough contested shots. And they're great at doing that. They are, but I thought tonight we just did a much better job of not letting them get to spots so comfortably. We kind of put more resistance on that, and Rudy was big. I think Kat, Kyle, everybody was just really doing a good job of being physical. You hope to hold them to those numbers again and see if we can come out a win.
Mike, can you take us in the huddle after regulation? So they go on the 12-0 run. You guys are up 96-84. They tie it. Overtime is forced. What's going through your mind? What's going through the team's mind?
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, how did that happen? But no, at that point it was like, hey, nothing we can do about the last 2 minutes. We can control the next 5. Let's come out here as a group and lock back in on what we did to get that lead. And it came down to everybody else. Like Ant did a lot of the work getting us to the end of the fourth, but Nickeil made some big shots. I mean, everybody was just moving the ball and just keeping the ball moving on the offensive end, and we weren't so stagnant like we were the last 2 minutes of that fourth quarter. And because of that, I think it allowed us to be a little bit less predictable, which I think kind of slows us down at the end of games. And defensively, we made a lot of great plays. We made a lot of good efforts of getting out, contesting shots, rebounding, just all those little things that helped us win the game.
Mike, it was probably similar at the end of the Laker game, too, that stagnancy in the last couple minutes. That's been kind of this team's MO when playing with the lead late. How do you break that habit? Because, you know what to do, but it always seems to kind of revert to that. What's the process like of breaking that?
We just got to be willing to not fight it so much. I think it's hard. You get a guy like Ant or Kat who gets going, they want the ball. They just going to tell everybody move out the way. Try to get into their game. But we have to be better as a team. Hey, let's not settle for step back jumpers, or let's not settle for just the post up. Let's get to something good. The movement obviously has been working for us. The cutting, the spacing, the things that we were able to accomplish, and giving those guys like Ant and Cat room to maneuver. And so we just got to continue to fight those urges. And I know it's not easy. You know, you got a lot of guys who can win us games, and you know. So, but hopefully we just continue to learn from it. That's all I can do.
Call bank or
No, me? No, I did not.